Hey, it's the Empire. Don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon for more videos. We taking over. Let's go, champ. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button right now. Let's go. Hey, it's the Empire, Geoboxing Empire, Backstone Boxing. Now, man, big news, baby, big news. Anthony Yarde is basically set to face Canelo Alvarez if Canelo Alvarez gets past Sergey Kovalev. Now, Frank Warren has been saying that he will easily step aside against the Canelo Alvarez fight and Kovalev fight if they pay Anthony Yarde step-aside money to make him step aside. Now, if you guys didn't know, man, Anthony Yarde and Sergey Kovalev have been talking about fighting each other in Russia. And that's a really big fight, right? But Anthony Yarde, tell yourself, which one's the bigger, which one will get him more money? Fighting Canelo Alvarez or fighting Anthony Yarde? I mean, fighting Canelo Alvarez or Sergey Kovalev, I'm sorry. And obviously, the obvious question is Canelo Alvarez. So while Anthony Yarde's waiting, he's going to get paid basically twice if Canelo decides to pay Anthony Yarde to step aside and then ultimately fight Canelo Alvarez in the end if he gets past Sergey Kovalev. So this is a really smart deal from Frank Warren. While it's a good, quick grab money scheme, and at the end of the day, you know, you're sort of shelving Anthony Yarde for a fight, which is a really big deal because, yeah, he'll make more money fighting Canelo Alvarez, but he'll have even more traction if he beats Sergey Kovalev, right? Sergey Kovalev. So I think Anthony Yarde, in my opinion, he should go along with fighting Kovalev first because it'll make him look like a legit star in boxing, you know? Because if Anthony Yarde uses the Canelo, basically he'll just, if he loses that fight, he'll basically go back to obscurity. He'll just be like an overhyped hype job, buff, 8-pack, but no skills, right? See, that's what happened if he'll fight Canelo Alvarez. So the fact of the matter is this: if he fights Kovalev, he'll get some credibility, and if he wins that fight, he'll definitely get some credibility. And fighting Canelo Alvarez would be a really big deal if he gets past Sergey Kovalev, especially in doing it in Russia, right? Name me a fighter, a British fighter who traveled to a foreign country and, you know, possibly stopped a fighter. Because if Kovalev is going to get beat in this fight, I don't think Anthony Yarde has the skill to outbox Kovalev. He's going to have to stop the guy. He's going to have to stop him. So that being said, man, Kovalev and Anthony Yarde, they should fight each other before Canelo Alvarez gets in the mix because that's just, it's a bad idea to step aside, man. You know, Canelo Alvarez has been known to be demanded mandatories and demanded to fight other fighters, and he just didn't do it. You know, that's why Canelo Alvarez was promoted to the franchise champion at 160 because he got stripped of the WBC title. And the WBC demanded that he fight Jamal Charlo, right? So, you know, holding Canelo to his word is really sketchy, man. I wouldn't trust it, man. I don't care what kind of contract you signed. You know, not only will the promoters protect him, and Dan's and Golden Boy, but the powers that be, the boxing media, will protect Canelo Alvarez as well and say, well, who's Anthony Yarde really? You know, so that being said, man, that's extremely dangerous. I wouldn't do it for Anthony Yarde. Sometimes you gotta prove yourself, and this is that time. Kovalev is getting in age. He's been stopped before, twice, once by Andrew Ward, another by Elder Alvarez, and he's been even dropped by Caparello, right? And it was a body shot. So Kovalev has weaknesses, man, and you could definitely exploit them, right? Now, that being said, man, I really would love to see this Anthony Yarde Canelo Alvarez fight. Anthony Yarde's a big guy. I've never seen him even get hurt before. He's getting longer than Canelo Alvarez. He has a pretty good movement. He has pretty good everything. And he's a monster. And he has heart. You know, that's a really big deal too. The guy has heart. That being said, man, that Canelo Anthony Yarde fight, that's a super fight in my opinion. You know, especially if that fight happens. It might happen in the UK, especially if Anthony Yarde gets to destroy Kovalev in Russia. At that point, he can basically just stay over there in the UK and just reign champion. You know, I think Canelo will have to travel for that fight. While he could fight in America, I mean, having a superstar like that, he could do both. I mean, Frank Warren, he works with Bob Arum, and he could fight under ESPN. But in my opinion, I think he'd be a superstar in the UK at that point. And I'd keep over there in the UK, you know. But we'll see what happens with Anthony Yarde. I'm not really sure what they want to do with this promotion. I know Anthony Yarde hasn't had at least a breakout fight in America, like a super fight over here yet to really get himself known. So him just coming over here out of nowhere fighting Canelo Alvarez, that might bite him in the butt. You know, I think he should really build up to fight Canelo Alvarez instead of just fighting him off the jump. In my opinion, the competition over there in the UK is intense, but it's different over here in America. You know, I think when you come to America, you should basically have like another debut all over again. You know, start low and go back up again. Maybe within a year or two, then you can fight like the best of the best, just to get your feet wet. You know, some people have stage shock. You know, we see now Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz. You don't want that happening. You know, even if you did prove yourself. You know. So that being said, man, I really would like to see this fight, man. In my opinion, I think Britain would be great for Canelo Alvarez. He needs to go over there, Britain. But I mean, he's fighting under Dance, as an American company, but I think it'll give Anthony Yarde more credibility if people see his fan base. You know, if he comes to America, they can be like, who's this guy? But if they actually go to where he's from, it's going to make him look like a superstar, because he is a superstar just in the UK. And if he gets past Kovalev, he's going to become a megastar, you know? So let me know how you guys feel about it, though, man. You guys think Canelo Alvarez and Anthony Yarde, if they fight, you think they should fight in Vegas? Me, personally, I would love the UK. I think that would be a lot bigger if Anthony Yarde can get past Kovalev. That's superstar making legendary status. If he can go there in Russia and happen to stop Sergey Kovalev, that'd be incredible, you know? That's the stuff legends are made of. I mean, like I said, let me know the last time a British fighter went to the UK, undefeated one, basically all knockouts, went over there to the UK and stopped the superstar. You know, I'm not trying to like, you know, discount Kovalev, but I'm just saying what if. And people are talking there. Frank Warren's already talking about the Canelo fight possibly happening, you know. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna pay that role right now. But anyway, let me know how you guys feel about it, though. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Empire, Geoboxing Empire. Peace.